This is Tom Melling, CEO of Safari, and here with me today is Lynn Riley, our VP of Strategic Initiatives. This demo shows how legal process teams are receiving, processing, and preparing responses to new subpoenas in Safari. Lynn, as we show the demo, what are the one or two things that our audience should concentrate on?
When you think about all of the technology that has evolved to help manage legal operations, it's sort of surprising that no system has been built before specifically for responding to subpoenas. Legal process teams have been using spreadsheets or homegrown systems or other third-party workflow solutions that are expensive and take a lot of work to customize. But what if you had a purpose-built system to capture, track, route, and respond to subpoenas on a platform that's easy to implement and use? That's Safari.
New subpoenas come into Safari either directly from your registered agent, such as CT or CSC, or by manually entering them. In Safari, we organize the new subpoenas in a view we call Department Intake, which is a display of all the new subpoenas that have been served on your company that require a response, but don't yet have a reviewer assigned.
From this intake screen, you can pick up a subpoena, assign it to yourself, and start working the response. Or if you're managing the overall process, you can see the volume of work coming into your team. You can see you also get alerts in red for upcoming deadlines. So what this page gives you is a central source of information for your team, as opposed to spreadsheets or calendars or whatever other individual tracking team members might be doing.
Once you go into a subpoena, we have an intuitive and easy to use interface. On the right side of the screen is where you store files and view them using a familiar document viewer. Here we are viewing the subpoena that was served on our company. On the left side of the screen are the fields that we use for tracking the information. Notice how easy it is to quickly review the information in the subpoena versus the information that you're tracking, or actually be able to enter them directly into the fields. We also have fields for tracking the subject or subjects, the issuer, and additional information such as the court. Also on the left side is where you trigger workflows for this particular subpoena, which we'll cover later in this demo.
Any changes to those fields, along with all the other activity in the system, are tracked in the audit history. So should you need it either for internal verification or for an audit, tracking procedures and your internal controls is a core process requirement, but if you're not using a system for the purpose, there's no effective way to capture that information. Here you have a record of your work, who did what and when, and also when you made responsive documents available and when they were downloaded.
Once I have completed reviewing and providing the information about the subpoena, the next step is to attach our response files, which I have done here in the response folder. Notice that you can eliminate the risk of sending the wrong files by quickly viewing and confirming that the correct file was attached.
There's also an internal folder for other documents that are relevant to a subpoena. So for example, you might store objections or correspondence with the issuer in a civil case, or if you have an RFPA certificate of compliance or delay notification order in the case of a law enforcement subpoena. Again, everything that you need is in one place.
Once I have finished my work on this subpoena and prepared the responses, I can now use the workflow functionality in Safari to send it for review and ultimate delivery. The workflows are captured in what we call status. For example, in our particular company, we have a QA process whereby we send it to a QA person before the subpoena is sent for final delivery. In this particular file, however, I have redactions that I would like legal to review. So I will select legal review for the next workflow, assign it to the attorney, and from there, that attorney will receive an alert and they can process it directly from his or her dashboard and then trigger it for delivery. In summary, whether you receive a lot of subpoenas or just a few, Safari will help your legal process team be more efficient, enable workflows for better review and processing, and reduce the likelihood of making mistakes or missing deadlines. All on a single, intuitive, secure, and data-audited platform. To see how the response files are actually sent to the issuer, make sure to watch our next demo about delivering response files.